So when I first started in investing, I was obsessed with making quick wins and I was looking for ways to shortcut the process, looking for ways to double my money, try to trade and take opportunities that were the most trendy and the most critical. And I quickly learned that playing the long game is the quickest way to actually make money. A lot like in business, you've got to find quality, good investments and stay the course and have a longer time horizon. So I've realized that with freelancing and growing my digital marketing agency, that having a few good services and having a longer time horizon is what actually is going to grow my business. So this is the same in business. While it's tempting to chase quick wins, where the massive growth actually comes from is compounding, showing up every single day, being consistent and doing a little bit better every single day and getting results for clients and staying the course is actually what gets you growing an actual business over the long course and having a long time horizon. So the number 2 lesson that I learned from investing was risk management is everything. I once put everything into a few altcoins during the crypto run back in 2017 and 18. And while I basically quadrupled my money and put everything in, I lost all of that and some. So it was a very expensive mistake to make when crypto tanked in 2018 and Bitcoin went from 20,000 down to $3,000. A lot of people thought the crypto market was over and there was a massive sell-off. When you get 85-90% sell-offs, there is a part of you that actually believes that maybe this might be the end of crypto in its entirety. And it's pretty similar in business too. You don't want to rely and bet the whole farm on one client. So with my freelance digital marketing business, if I put all of my time and effort into one client who pays me the most, but that's the only client I have, I'm going to have to bend my knee and basically do everything they ask, and I'm putting all of my eggs in one basket and I'm risking everything if this client leaves or it doesn't work out for whatever reason. Number 3, the lesson that I learned was emotions is everything when it comes to decision making. And when I was heavily invested in crypto, I actually felt pretty comfortable when Bitcoin had gone from 20,000 down to 10,000 because I regularly saw those 30 to 50% crashes. But it was when Bitcoin had lost 70 or 80%, that's when I actually started losing hope and I wanted to salvage what was left, and I panic sold after Bitcoin had already gone down 80%. I know this sounds crazy, but my psychology was completely ruined, and this is where I actually sold almost everything. And this is also applicable with business. There's going to be certain months that are going to be quiet, and having a panic and trying to change your entire approach isn't going to be the way to grow past those quiet months. Instead, I should be focusing on client acquisition, marketing myself, and doing all the things that got me clients in the past. So this is something that I'm bringing into my digital marketing experience. So the 4th lesson that I learned was due diligence and doing your research actually pays off. So early in my stock investing or crypto investing career, I would spend just a little bit of time and find what's trending on Twitter or on X, and I would just put a ton of money just because everyone was FOMOing into the same trade, and it seemed like a guarantee, but this would often result in me buying into these crypto when the markets had been heavily overinflated and the guys who got in early were actually just exiting, using us as liquidity. How this applies to business is very similar. So when I take on a new client, or if I'm looking at a potential person to partner up with or looking to hire somebody, I'm going to spend a lot more time seeing if it's actually going to be a good fit for everyone involved, and spend a little bit of time doing research so that it's going to save me a lot of headache and a lot of money in the long term, while maybe taking a little bit longer in the short term. And the 5th thing is cash flow is king and it's more important than profits. So I actually once invested in this company that they were generating quite a bit of profit, but they ran out of cash flow, or their burn rate or investments actually meant that the business went under. And this was an expensive lesson to learn. So through this, how I'm applying it to my business is recognizing that while revenue is important, making sure that I'm able to cover my expenses, my bills, subscriptions, and the costs in order to keep my business going is the most important thing, so that I can continue to build my business over a longer period of time and not get starved from running out of cash in the short term. If you guys found this interesting, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So as you guys have probably noticed, I am making that transition from crypto and investments to digital marketing. So I will be talking a lot about that more, but I will be covering a lot about the similarities and the things that I've learned from investing and share trading, which now I'm applying to my digital marketing business, and I hope you guys follow along.